What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Brandon Figueroa versus Carlos Castro, and this was a 12-rounder in the featherweight division, and this fight was Saturday, July 9th, from the Alamodome in San Antonio, Texas, and this fight was broadcasted on Showtime, and in this fight, Brandon Figueroa was able to get an impressive 6th-round stoppage victory over Carlos Castro. So leading up to the stoppage, I had this bout scored 48-46 in favor of Brandon Figueroa. And really, just to break this fight down, in round number one, it was a very competitive round, really more of a feel-out round, as both fighters had major success, or not major success, but they both had some successful offensive points. But I simply just thought Figueroa just outworked Castro by a little bit in that first round. But then in rounds two and three, Figueroa clearly won, as in round three there was a knockdown. Round number two, however, Brandon Figueroa also just outworked Castro. But one thing that I was impressed from Castro was that he was able to come forward a bit on Figueroa, who's really just known solidly for coming forward and just going through many different big punches and just keep coming forward. But yeah, Castro was able to come forward with some of his own offense of his own. But yeah, in round number three, Carlos Castro was dropped when he was hit with one specific shot that got sort of stumbled up against the ropes a bit, and then it looked like that Figueroa was going to start going with some offense, and he did that exactly as he was able to land multiple combinations on Castro, leading him to really just sit himself down in the canvas. Castro did get up at literally 9.5 out of 10 seconds. He literally almost got counted out. I didn't think he was going to get up, because at 9 he decided to get up. And it wasn't like he was on a knee. He was on his back, sitting down, or his back was against the ropes. He was sitting down, and he got up at the count of 9. Like, he started getting up at 9, so it was a pretty just shocking moment for Castro. I mean, no fighter in their right mind would get up at that count, but he did, and he ultimately did continue. So yeah, after that knockdown in round number 4, Carlos Castro had a very, very good comeback round. It was a very close round, but he was able to outwork Figueroa just a little bit and land some nice combinations on Figueroa. Even though Figueroa landed some good offense of his own, I edged it to Castro. But then in round number 5, I gave it to Castro as well. It was a very nice round for him. He was able to press the action a bit on Figueroa, but also Figueroa came forward as well. So it was a very fun fight while it lasted. And round number 5 was definitely one of those pieces that showed how fun this fight was on paper and how fun it was when the actual fight did happen. But I did edge it to Castro as well, because once again, he just simply outworked Figueroa. But then around number 6, Castro had Figueroa pinned up against the ropes throwing combinations, but then Figueroa was able to turn the tables and get Castro pinned up against the ropes, and he was able to land big combinations, and he was ultimately able to stop Castro after he landed all those combinations. The refs thought it was enough, and he waved it off. Personally, I didn't really think Castro was that hurt, but the referee did what he had to do in the heat of the moment. He waved it off, but yeah, Castro was getting hit with some shots on the ropes, and that's why, obviously, the referee did wave it off, because, yet again, Figueroa was throwing big, fast combinations, and he does have a lot of power, and Castro wasn't really responding too well to them. So with that being said, what is next for Brandon Figueroa? If I'm going to be 100% honest, I don't know if this is just going to be the weight class that Figueroa is going to stay at. He was just the 122-pound champion, now fighting here at 126. I honestly don't know if this is going to be his new weight class, but if it is, he'll probably take on someone inside the top 15 or top 10 there. But otherwise, if he's fighting at 122, I could definitely see the same somewhere. So he's going to face someone around the top 15, top 10. He could face someone like an Angelo Leo in his next fight, maybe a Aaron Alameda, someone like that. But otherwise, it could be just someone else inside that range. But as for Carlos Castro, losing here for the second time in his professional career, first time ever by stoppage, I think he'll take on someone that's lower level, like when he fought Oscar Escandón, someone like that, like a former interim champion, interim title challenger, whatever. Someone like that, like an Escandón, someone who's top 50, maybe a former champion, around there that he could easily beat, get a solid win, and go right back into that top 15, top 10, maybe even top 5 range. So overall, Brandon Figueroa stops Carlos Castro to get a very impressive comeback win since his defeat to Stephen Fulton. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.